All right.
All right.
For those who are already there, thank you so much for being there. I hope everyone can hear us. We have a chat functionality. You should see it on the right of your YouTube screen. If you can use it, so you might have to have a YouTube channel in order to be able to chat, but if you can't use it, you can also use the question section on our page. Just go back to the Career Ferry page and just write your questions down there. But basically, we have Lucas here from Fixposition. We'll go through the individual questions that you already asked and basically see, whether working at Fixposition could be something for you. So just give us 1 second and we'll start. We already have a few questions, which is amazing. So we already have a few people watching, which is really great. I'll just maybe close the door.
Great.
Perfect. All right. Thank you so much, Lucas, for being with us.
Yeah, thanks for doing this with us. It's really great to.
Yeah, I think it's a really cool opportunity to basically discover a Fixposition and see if this kind of medium using live streams in order to introduce new companies works. Right. It's also kind of a first for us at Career Ferry, where we're basically trying to invent this new way for people to discover companies they could work for. Right, and trying to see if just by seeing the people who already work there and understanding what they do in a better way than just by doing a job ad, they can basically figure out if that could actually be something for them, right? So let's just start maybe right away. We have a couple of questions that were asked for this talk. The first one is, can you tell us a little bit about your product? Lucas at Fixposition, can you tell us what you do?
Should I maybe start with a super short introduction of our company?
That would probably help.
Okay, yeah, so hi everybody, thanks for joining here. I'm Lucas from Fixposition, and we're a spin-off from ETH Zurich, based in Zurich. At the moment here at the Rocket Hub of the Entrepreneur Club, which is shared with the IE Lab from ETH Zurich. Maybe some of you know that. Maybe in general, if you have the chat functionality on, could you just write where you're from? That would be super awesome while I speak here. Fixposition is developing high-precision, centimeter-precise navigation devices for autonomous vehicles, such as drones or delivery robots and other in the long term, maybe self-driving cars. At the moment, our main market is commercial drones, so for 3D scanning. Maybe you saw these light shows created with drones, with like hundreds of drones creating these live shows. And our sensor is used on these devices to really ensure a super robust and super precise navigation of the drones. We have at the moment, we actually produce 2 products hardware-wise. So one is this one, which is a high-precision RTK GNSS receiver, so GPS receiver. And we have an additional product which also includes a camera. So we do used high-precision GPS in combination with computer vision to achieve, let's say, super robust positioning on a centimeter level. So one of the problems is that, for example, high-precision GPS works well on the open field as long as you have very good satellite reception. But as soon as you go into the cities where the satellite reception isn't that good anymore, it just fails or falls back to hundreds of meters or tens of meters of accuracy. And if you still want to have centimeter precise navigation, which is maybe used for drones that deliver packages in a city, or in the future self-driving cars or small delivery robots delivering packages, then you just need something else. And that's why we combine computer vision and satellite navigation. Yes, at the moment we are a team of full-time equivalent 7 people, but we have at the moment 11 people involved here in Zurich, just next to the main station.
Very cool. I think you already answered the first question that was the most upvoted one, which is, can you tell us a little bit about your product? maybe where it's used, it's something that we already asked you in the interview, right, that we recorded with you. So if you haven't seen it, you can check out Fixposition's profile on Career Fair as well, where there's an interview with you with some details about that. But maybe you can just repeat it, tell us a little bit about where your market is mainly, how big your market is right now. Can you tell us a few things about that?
Yeah. So at the moment, as I already said, we're mainly targeting the drone market. So not the like toy drone market, but the professional commercial drone market. For several reasons. First, it's a big market, so it's estimated to grow very rapidly in the next years and reaching billions of dollars. But these are just a number of analysts at the moment. For a startup like us, the market is big enough to enter, so it makes sense to invest money and time into it. And also, let's say, since it's an emerging market, it's an easy market to get into because people are really eager getting new stuff on. It's a huge fight in between technologies. And so people are open to test new things and to trust also startups and not only like very traditional navigation companies. I don't know, like Leica or TomTom, whatever you use in your car. And that's why it's a good market to start with. And in another market which we want to advance very soon is the delivery robots market. In many countries, also in Switzerland, there are like trials with robots that either deliver a single package or parcel to a customer, or what's coming up more and more is like not super small cars, but a bit bigger cars. So it's more like a mobile pack station that drives around in cities, and you can sort of see, oh, now it's in front of my house, get there, it stops for a bit, and you pick up your package from this mobile pack station. And but also we at the moment are looking in the agriculture market. So precision farming, it's a huge topic. Farming has to become more and more effective, and if you want to have effective autonomous vehicles like tractors doing their job alone without the driver on board, then you need very reliable and precise navigation device. And that's one. These are three very near markets. In the long term, we have a vision to also enter the self-driving cars market, but we also know it's not the easiest market to enter because at the moment, billions are thrown into it, and there are several different philosophies. And maybe it's a very good way to go for us, but I think we have to do much more research and also define a bit the funding, let's say, the funding strategy we have for that, because it's on a completely different level.
Yeah, it's a long-term market probably, right, compared to the other ones. So there are a few questions about technology. Can you, I don't know how much you can share about that. Obviously, it's fairly complex. Probably we have a couple of people who watch this who have a little bit of background in computer vision, maybe geomatics, right? We're trying to target a few people among you who have this kind of background. And we know you're looking for people with that kind of background as well. So can you tell us a little bit about, what kind of like machine learning technology you use, or also what kind of geomatics-based technology you use?
Yeah, that would be great. So I saw that you already wrote where you're from. So could you just also write in the chat what's your background while I'm explaining that? That would be super interesting for us. So on the computer vision side, we're using our own visual odometry algorithm. So we actually have our complete own pipeline, how we process images. In general, if you know how visual odometry works, we're tracking points in the images and do some mapping to actually determine our position and the movement we did. And on the GPS side, let's say the basis of our algorithms is a so-called RTK GNSS algorithm. But our CEO and Chen Chong did his PhD on that, so he really developed his own algorithm how to navigate with how to robustly navigate with GPS centimeter precise very well. And in our company, we do combine these algorithms. So these are the bases, but whatever we can use to enhance our measurements, we are using it. And yeah, I think that's sort of what I can say here. But if you're interested more, come to us for an interview. We can talk a bit more in detail and also on some technical things.
Yeah, can you actually tell us, so we know you're looking for a couple of people now, right,
Yes.
to grow the team. So what kind of backgrounds are you looking for? Maybe in terms of technical ability, but also maybe in terms of personality, right?
Yeah.
A startup is kind of particular. So
Absolutely.
talk about that a bit.
Yeah, so I mean, the perfect person at the moment would be a computer vision expert, which is very good at coding and has a lot of knowledge about GPS, which of course is quite unrealistic. That's why we extend our team with several people. And on one side, we're looking for geodesy students that know about GPS, satellite navigation, and so on. On the other hand, we really look for computer vision experts, so either people that worked on computer vision during their studies, or maybe during their master thesis, or have just knowledge on that. Or, of course, I think you are all students, but if somebody already has working experience on this topic, of course, it would be super interesting for us. And I mean, in the end, all we do is software, or most of what we do is software. The hardware we have, it's like a platform we built, and we will also extend it, but 90% of our work is software. That's why we need software engineers, which are capable of really working on Linux kernel up to building really the whole, let's say, backbone of our system.
Very cool. So a diverse set of experiences that you need, right?
Exactly.
So maybe you can have a look at the different questions that we have. Pick one and that you prefer, and tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah. So when I see here, can I join Fixposition during my studies? Could you maybe type in the chat if you're already finished, or if you're looking for a job, an internship, or a master thesis? So here I can say we offer jobs. Just send the jobs when you finish your studies. You're happy. We're happy if you apply and we talk to you. But we also had very good experiences with internships, and also a master student is just finishing in 2 weeks, and I think is master thesis. And I think if we can find a good topic, we are also super open to do a master thesis with you. So yeah, that means what we offer is job, internship, or a master thesis.
How many master students have you had until now?
So we had one master thesis and 2 interns.
Okay. How long do they stay in general?
They one stayed for 5 months, and the other is currently here, and the plan is that he does an internship for 6 months.
Okay, cool. And you're looking for more interns, or
at the moment we have one engineering intern, and I think a second one is.
Okay.
We could also hire a second one. Yeah. Okay.
And apart from I'd say the technical skills. So I know your co-founder is from China, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have quite a bit of activity in China as
Absolutely,
well.
yeah.
So if you had someone who could even speak Chinese, that would even be an asset for you, or not that much, actually?
We would be super happy about that. So I'm not sure. The names I see here doesn't really sound very Chinese. But if you talk Chinese, I mean, the point is, I told you we are working with drone manufacturers mainly at the moment. And if you want to have big companies, we want to sell to big companies. Most of the big drone manufacturers, they are located in China, right? And that's why we have a lot of contact to Chinese companies. We actually even opened an office in China, or we are just now in the process of opening it. It's already registered, but let's say it's not operational yet. And yeah, that's a big plus. But of course, it's not a must. So the main thing is that we get good engineers here, or software engineers. And we already have 2 Chinese-speaking people on our team and 2 advisors that speak Chinese or Mandarin.
It's helpful for you, right?
Yeah, it's just needed. Really.
Yeah. Right. So we covered a couple of the questions, right? So we have very technical questions like what models do you use?
Yeah.
Do you think there's anything interesting you can tell there, or is it pretty conventional?
I mean, I don't. If the guy who wrote this question is here, if he can specify it, I'm happy to talk if I think it's okay to talk. But in general, I don't quite get
too much into details.
This question, don't want to get too much into details.
So yeah, get in touch with Lucas.
Yeah, really,
and he'll tell you everything you want to know.
We're a super open-minded team, so it's not that we have to, let's say, agree on an interview which takes an hour or 2 from the beginning. Just get in contact. We can also start with a coffee. There's a billiard table here. We can play a round of billiard, show you our stuff, and talk a bit. I think it's quite nice.
Maybe you can actually talk a little bit about the workspace we're in right now, right? So we're lucky enough to be here, and that's where you would work as well if you would join Fixposition.
Yes. So we cannot guarantee that we stay here forever, because at some point, if we grow more, we're already at the upper maximum of growing. But we're, as I already said, we're in this. Maybe someone of you was already here. So the Entrepreneur Club of ETH Zurich and the so-called Innovation and Entrepreneurship Lab, they have like at Stampfenbachplatz, that's like 2 minutes or 3 minutes of walking from the main station. They have 1 floor of shared space, or actually 2 floors of shared space, where spin-offs from ETH work, where students that have some projects like the Career Ferry guys, right, work. And also, if you ever heard of the Pioneer Fellowship program that ETH offers, so if you get a Pioneer Fellowship, which is this 150,000 francs of technology transfer scholarship. So the thing is, you can apply if you have a business idea, and if they accept you, you get a salary for 1 to 2 years, or 1 to 1.5 years, depending on if you're 1 or 2 person, and you can work on your business idea or on your business case for this time with a salary from ETH, which is super nice. So me and Chen Cheng, we got that from ETH, and that's actually how we met. We met in this space, then decided to combine our technologies to found the company. And we're still in here for, let's say, we will stay a few more months, but we are looking for offices in the center of Zurich at the moment also.
Okay, so
it's a really nice environment. You have students, startups, very inspiring people.
Yeah.
Sort of living rooms with ping pong and billiard table, which is really nice as well.
Yeah. Okay. One last question, maybe if someone has a very urgent question, we're going to try and keep it short for today. As we said, it's kind of a first trial for us as well at Career Ferry to try and use this medium to talk to you. If anyone has an urgent question, use the chat to ask it to Lucas, and we'll answer it. But if not, then basically we'll be just thank you very much for joining. As I said, it's kind of a trial run. I think it went very well already. We had quite a few viewers, which is cool. I mean, for a first time. It grew, so we're happy about that. Just keep in touch with us. We have other live streams coming. We want to hear from you what you want to hear as well, right? So let us know what companies you want to hear from. If you have ideas, then we'll get in touch with them. We have one question that popped up, which asks you how you compare with Google or Tesla. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's very interesting, actually. So the point is, our sensors are small, and everything is happening on board. So we can really output our position in real time. And so Google, they're doing complete pure computer vision on their mobile phones, for example. But it's not it's relying on maps either, or you have to you don't get a absolute position. And what we have from the combination of computer vision and satellite navigation, we actually get absolute positioning. So it's not just that we are traveling around and somehow know where we're approximately relative to our starting point. We really know where we are worldwide, and we don't need maps for that. And Tesla, that's just a completely different approach. Our sensor is very small. Everything is in one small box, and a car can, of course, have much bigger processing units and also way more sensors that do collision avoidance and everything, which is the perception around the car. What we deliver is just position very, very accurately.
Cool.
Yes. So yeah. Cool.
Thank you very much, Lucas.
So I think our email is on the platform.
Yeah.
We're really happy if you just get in contact with us. Would be great. And yeah, also share the Career Ferry platform to your friends. I think it's
Thank you very much.
Really and I really like it.
Awesome. Yeah. Again, we're really happy to have you. This was a short version. We'll maybe do another talk with you guys if it's requested. I'm sure a lot of people had quite some fun watching this.
Yeah, cool.
And we'll leave it here for today. But thank you so much for tuning in. And we'll have another talk with another startup from the Entrepreneur Club tomorrow, which is called Snack. You can see more about that on Career Ferry. And we're looking forward to see you soon. Thank you so much. And thanks for tuning in.
Cool. Thanks. See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Super.